What would you do if someone published your book under their name tomorrow? Could you sue? Most authors think yes. But if your manuscript isn't registered with the United States Copyright Office, it isn't as easy as you think. Today, I'm walking you through the exact steps to register your manuscript with the US Copyright Office. Now, stay to the end because step 3 is the one most authors miss. If we haven't met yet, I'm Ellie Shefi, founder of Made to Change the World Publishing. I'm an attorney, strategist, and 12-time #1 international best-selling author. My background is in intellectual property, and I'm going to help you protect your work. Let me start with the thing almost every author gets wrong. If you've been building your expertise for years, coaching clients, speaking on stages, running a business around your methodology, but you've never registered your work with the government, this is for you. Under US law, your work is theoretically yours the moment you write something original. Technically, you don't need a form. You don't need a certificate. Ownership exists automatically. But having theoretical protection and having the power to enforce your rights are two very different things. Your copyright registration certificate is the document that Amazon requires to take down a copycat listing. It's the document they need to keep your book for sale if someone else files a challenge against you. It's the certificate you need if you want to enforce your rights. Now, beyond Amazon, your copyright registration unlocks statutory damages in court. If your work is registered and someone steals it, the infringer can be ordered to pay $750 to $30,000 per infringement. And if their infringement was willful, damages can jump to $150,000 per infringement. A $65 filing is what gives you access to 6-figure legal leverage. If your work is unregistered, your only possibility of recovering any damages is what you can prove that you actually lost in provable profits. And proving that is nearly impossible. So if your book was stolen, the cost to pursue it won't exceed your recovery and the case isn't worth filing. Then the person who took your work walks away scot-free. That's the gap between owning your copyright and having the authority to enforce it. I see this all the time. Coaches, consultants, authors, and speakers who come to me after something went wrong. After their content showed up somewhere it shouldn't have. My first question to them is always the same. Did you actually register your official copyright with the government? When the answer is no, the conversation gets a lot harder. So why don't more authors and experts register their work? A few reasons. First, they think it's complicated. Second, they think they need an attorney to do it. Third, they think it costs way more than it does. And finally, they keep telling themselves they'll do it when the book is finished. But by the time the book is finished, they've already shared chapters with beta readers, they've already posted excerpts online. Every one of those moments is a window where your work is out into the world without the legal backing to protect it. This matters because registration is a legal prerequisite to filing a copyright infringement lawsuit. That's the law. 17 USC section 412. No registration, no access to statutory damages. And there's another layer now. The Copyright Office updated their guidance on AI disclosure. If you've used AI in any part of your writing process, you need to disclose it and document it when you properly register your work. If you register without disclosing AI involvement and someone challenges your registration, your certificate could be invalidated. That means no statutory damage, no Amazon takedown leverage. Your ability to enforce your rights takes a serious hit because of one omission on the form. If you're not sure how AI tools affect your manuscript, I made a whole video about that. I'll link it right here. Now, if you're writing a novel, copyright covers your plot, your characters, your dialogue. That's all original expression. It's clearly yours. But if you're writing a nonfiction book, and most of you watching this are, that's different. It does not protect the facts in your book. That's the law. 17 USC section 102. What it does protect is your expression. Your specific words, your stories, your examples, the way you present your framework, someone can legally teach the same method you teach, as long as they use their own language. But they can't copy yours. And when someone crosses the line from inspired by to copied from, you need every legal tool available. That's why registration matters even more for nonfiction authors. Here's the sequence I recommend, the order that actually protects you. Step 1, go to copyright.gov directly. Don't use a third-party service. Don't pay someone else to file on your behalf. There are companies that promise to handle this for you, but skip them. Go directly to the US Copyright Office website. Create an account, fill out the form yourself. It takes about 20 minutes. If there's ever a question about your registration, it's best if you were the one who filed it in your own account. No middleman. Now, some of these services charge hundreds of dollars for a $65 filing, and then they add a layer of control between you and your own registration. Don't do it. Now, step 2 is to use the standard application and prepare your materials. On copyright.gov, use the standard application. You'll need your manuscript and a credit card. That's it. The whole process takes around 20 minutes. Quick check. If you haven't registered for your actual copyright, drop not yet in the comments. And if you have yours, drop done. And stay with me because this next step is the one that trips up the most often. Step 3. Disclose AI use clearly. This is the one that most authors miss. The strongest position you can be in is having written your book yourself with human authorship throughout. That gives you the cleanest copyright claim. But if you used AI in any part of the process, you need to disclose it. In the author created field, you'll describe what you wrote. In the material excluded section, you'll describe what AI contributed. Be specific. When you're registering, be honest. If you lie or fail to disclose your AI usage, your registration can be canceled. And here's why. AI-generated content that lacks sufficient human authorship doesn't qualify for copyright protection. Copyright protects human-created material. Plus, content that was generated by AI or uploaded into an AI platform can, by the AI's terms and conditions, be used to train the LLM even if you opt out. And that releases your material into the public domain. Unregistered works in the public domain cannot be copyrighted. Now, step 4, pay the filing fee and submit. The current fee is $65 for the standard application. That's a one-time fee. The Copyright Office processes your payment, reviews your application, and if they approve your copyright, they'll mail you your certificate. Now, let's talk about processing time. The Copyright Office can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to send your certificate back. But if it's granted, your protection starts on the date that you applied for your copyright, not the date that you received the certificate. So don't wait for the paper. File and move forward. Now, one more thing about timing. It's best to register your work before it's officially published and released out into the world. But if you fail to do so, you can register within 3 months of first publishing your work and still claim statutory damages for infringement that may have happened before you registered. Miss that 3-month window, and you'll lose that right for anything that happened before the registration date. Register early. And here's a question I get all the time. What if I register my draft and then make major changes? Now, if you add new chapters, restructure your framework, or rewrite a good bit of your book, you can revise your earlier registration. Minor edits don't require a new filing. Now, step 5, keep your certificate safe. Then share with confidence. So once you receive your paper certificate, be sure to scan it and keep a digital copy in the cloud and on your computer. It's even a good idea to email it to yourself. Then put the original paper certificate in a fire safe or wherever you store your valuables. Now, even though your copyright registration is on file and your statutory protection is active, you'll need to access your actual certificate. If someone misuses your work, you'll have a strong legal basis to fight back. Before we keep going, if this is providing value to you, you'll want my full library of videos on how to write, protect, and publish your book the right way. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. This channel is specifically for mission-driven leaders, coaches, consultants, authors, and speakers who are serious about doing this right. Thanks for being here. Now, if you're wondering whether someone can actually steal your book idea, I made a video on that too. I'll link it right here. I need to address something I hear all the time. Authors come to me and say, oh, well, my publisher will register my book. They'll handle it. But here's the thing. No, they won't. And if they do, they may register your copyright in their name, stripping you of your intellectual property. Don't let them. Register your work yourself. Spend the 20 minutes and pay the $65. It's worth it. And this goes double if you've been through a bad publishing experience before. If you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, or expert who worked with a publisher who did not protect your rights, who made promises they didn't keep, who left you without ownership of your own work, this time you put the protection in place yourself before anyone else touches it. Now let me bring this together. Your sequence is register, then publish, not the other way around. Registration isn't about being paranoid. It's about being strategic. You're building something with real impact. You're writing a book that will take months or years of your life. Your expertise, your voice, your legacy is being put on paper, and it matters. And through the Berne Convention, your US copyright registration is recognized in over 180 countries. This one $65 step protects your work worldwide. Whether you're writing your first or next book, or regrouping after a publishing experience that didn't go the way it should have, 20 minutes and $65 to lock in your legal protection is the easiest decision you'll ever make. If you're serious about doing this right and want help with the full process, from copyright to contracts to publishing strategy, that's what we do at Made to Change the World Publishing. One of my authors said, Ellie truly helped me to think through every aspect of my business and be strategic with my book so that it reflects and supports my business and my brand. That's the intentional approach we bring to every project. I also have a free masterclass on writing and publishing the right way. Both links are in the description below. And be sure to watch this video next. I made a whole video about what happens when authors paste their content into AI tools without protection. Because registration is step one. Knowing where not to put your work is step two. Be sure to watch that video. And in my next episode, I'm going to be talking about why your book title isn't actually protected by copyright and what you can do about it. You don't want to miss it. So subscribe and hit that bell. You are made to change the world. So go do it. I'm Ellie Shefi, and I'll see you in the next video.